There are several ways you can edit the main animation in this project. Let's start with removing a text scene. You can remove a text scene by opening up the main comp, which is also in the Edit These Comps folder. Just double click to open that up in the timeline. And here you will find all of the text animations in sequence. So let's say you wanted to remove this scene. What you would do is make sure you have that layer selected. Click on the eye icon to the far left of the layer name. And then shift select all of the layers that come after that point. And click, hold, and drag them until they're over the endpoint of the layer you just turned off the visibility for. So I'm just going to move that over until put text 10 starts where put text 9 began. Now if I scrub through, it goes from put text 8 straight into put text 10. Now if you'll notice, put text 9 is under put text 8, so I'm going to make sure I go ahead and move put text 10 underneath put text 8 as well. And I'm going to turn off the transparency grid there. If you want to preview the changes that you've made, you can just move the work area over that section in the timeline. The shortcuts for snapping the work area are the letter B and the letter N. So I'm going to press B on the keyboard to bring the beginning to this point. And I'm going to press the N key to bring the end of the work area to that point. Once you've selected the area you want to preview, go ahead and press 0 on the numpad to start the RAM preview. Now the preview will start automatically when it reaches the end of the work area, but if you like to preview it before then, just press 0 on the num keypad again and it will start. You can also change the order and the lengths of the scenes in the edit. So let's say you wanted to swap two scenes. What you would do is find the two scenes that you want to swap. Let's say I want to swap put text 17 and put text 18. What you want to do is click, hold, and drag one of the layers to the endpoint of the layer you want to swap it with. And then click, hold, and drag the other layer to the out point of the layer you just moved. And I'm going to move this slider down here at the bottom of the timeline just so that I can zoom in and make sure everything is lined up. And you can use Control and the arrow keys on the keyboard to go forward or backward one frame. So I've gone forward one frame and I'm going to press the left bracket key to snap that layer's endpoint to that point. And if I scrub through, the animation now goes from put text 16 to put text 18 and then back to put text 17. Now, if you want to make a comp shorter or longer, just click, hold, and drag on the end of the layer, or you can move the playhead to the desired point in time and press Alt and either the left or the right bracket key to snap the end to that point. Let's say I wanted to make this text layer longer. What I could do is double click to open up that comp in the timeline, find my animate out layers, click, hold, and drag them to this point just to ensure that the animation happens later in the timeline. And in this case, I want my animate out to start a little bit further back. And I'm going to move this solid back here. So as the text zooms up, I want the solid to start there. And let's just play it forward. Okay. And I want these layers to start after the thumbs up goes away. So I have the thumbs up, it comes in. As it moves out, these layers are going to start to animate. Like that. So now that I've altered the animation inside the text comp, I'm going to head back over to the main comp and choose where I want this animation to end. I'm going to go right there. And because I've made this layer longer, I need to shift select all of the layers that come after that point. Like that. And click, hold, and drag them forward in the timeline so that they start after this animation is complete. So about right there. And if you find that things are moving kind of slow in the comp window, you can reduce the resolution by clicking the resolution drop-down menu at the bottom of the comp window and reducing it to half, third, or quarter, depending on how much you want to speed up the preview in the comp window. And once you've made the animation shorter or longer, you may need to go ahead and change the duration of the comp. And you can do so by going up to the top menu and choosing Composition, Composition Settings. Once that window opens, find the duration and change the numbers to whatever you need them to be. If you want to add a second, you would just change that 5 to a 6 and click OK. And now if I scroll up to the end of the timeline, you can see I now have an extra second of space here. And if you need to add less time, what you could do is just adjust the work area to the area that you want to render. And then when you get ready to render, it will only render what's under the work area bar. You can also swap the drawings and add and remove things from the scenes.